So hello and welcome to our today's edition where I want to help us understand our role as parents. Understanding our roles as parents begins with recognizing first that parenthood is more than providing for our children shelter, food, and clothing. You know, the traditional basic needs. All right. And so please stick with me and welcome to Mama Africa 8, where we speak parenting, and parenting the African way. We traditionally, the African way, the typical way in the African way would be being a parent would be just the provision of the three basic needs. All right, but I think as we are changing and times are changing, it is 21st century, and we have to realize that parenting is more than just the provision of the three basic needs. All right, so it is parenting is taking the responsibility of helping your child grow into a healthy, responsible, all right, a healthy, responsible, mature, emotionally secure and compassionate person, one who gets to understand how to coexist with others in the community, not just in your village, not just in your house, not just in your home, not just in your family, but around the world, around the globe. It's more than the traditional way of how we were brought up, you know, those days. And so our role as parents can be defined deeply and further. First of all, as protectors. All right. First of all, before everything else, we need to be protectors to our children, keeping them safe from abuse. In the past, there wasn't so much. Children belong to the community, children belong to the society, but now we need to realize that it's the protection of our children. And we have moved to the urban places. The setups have changed. Many things have changed. And so first of all, we have to be protectors of our children. Our children, as providing security, safety from abuse, from exploitation, from any kind of harm. So we must, first of all, be their protectors, even from neglect, protect them from outsiders, and even protect them from ourselves, from ignorance of the way we were brought up, and we have to change that. And so we have to protect them and provide that provision. Then secondly, we must recognize that we are the providers. First of all, sole providers, okay? The basic needs now comes to this place. While teaching, while we provide, we have to provide, because if we do not provide, and especially, and not even at all ages, as soon as you become a parent, you become a provider. The sole and the first provider that child knows and depends and relies on. And so as you provide, you as well teach. You are on the way of teaching them to be self-reliant. All right. Then thirdly, you are a teacher to your child. We become teachers to our children, not just with words, but more so with our actions. Role modeling. I can never emphasize on this enough. Then fourthly, guide. We are guides to our children. Guides are not controllers. We must get the difference between guiding and controlling. So do not make for them decisions, but guiding them on the paths on which they can make their own decisions, because we are parenting microwave generation. We are parenting digitalized generation, and so we can, the least we can do, least and very important though, is give guidance, right? And so you have to be guide 24/7 around the clock in all aspects of life. You must be a guide from childhood. It is never too early, it is never too late to give guidance to your children. Then fifthly, you must be the disciplinarian. Do not say the teachers will help. Do not say the government, serikali, will help. No, you are the first disciplinarian of your child, and you do not have anyone else to plant in them what you would want them to have even in the future. So teach, correct, restore. And it is not just punishment. Traditionally, it would be punishment. You do a mistake, you lie down, you receive your stroke, or you get a spank on the spot, or you get whatever it is that you can get, you get a punishment. It is not just punishing. It is teaching, it is correcting, it is restoring, and it involves much more than just giving punishment and inflicting punishment. Sixth, you are an emotional anchor. So your children need to know that you're a safe place for them, and you have to give them the assurance that they can come to you when they feel confused, they feel scared, they feel embarrassed, and they're hurting. And so you need to create that environment for them, knowing that my mom or my dad is a safe place, a person that I can confide on, and just be safe with. So you have to create and intentionally create it. I say parenting all the times, it is an intentional journey. You have to be intentional with everything that you do. And so the seventh one would be role modeling, which I have said before, and this one I think we, in all points, we realize that role modeling. It is never about what you say. This generation is what you say more so versus what you do. All right, and so you have to role model how you handle anger, how you handle your finances, how you handle failures, how you handle your relationships as a parent, and so it is more actions than words. All right, and the other one would be you are the advocate. All right, you gonna be the one to stand for your children in places where they cannot stand for themselves. They can't speak up for themselves. You gotta speak up for your child's welfare, their needs when they can't, and in this place, then I would say it is not just your child, any other child that is around you. Africa children belong to the community, and to the society. And so in this point, then to be an advocate, then you'd advocate for something that you see is not favoring the children, not just in your home, not just at the neighboring school, but as a nation, as a community, then you'd be the one to speak. You'd move from being just a parent to being an advocate or an activist. I don't know, but I would rather use the word advocate, so that you can advocate for the welfare of your child and other children, for that matter. So then you'd want to be a boundary setter. Okay, love doesn't mean that you allow everything. So you would want to set appropriate boundaries, expectations, and also give consequences of in case the boundaries and the expectations are not met. Then there should be consequences that people are called to be accountable at whichever age. teach accountability. Accountability comes with the boundaries that you set. First of all, in your family. Second of all, in the extended family. And as you continue, children should grow up knowing their boundaries and their expectations that they expect from you, that you expect from them, and they should also always know that there are consequences to our actions, consequences to the choices that we make, and so that's important. And the 10th one, which would be the last one on this video, then would be letting go, which is a very hard one for parents. So I don't know, but it is one of your roles that you have to come to a place when you have put all this and you have done all this, then you get to realize that these people are growing, because from being a protector to a provider to being a teacher to a guide, a disciplinarian, and an emotional anchor, to a role model, to an advocate, then you are bringing up someone from childhood, and as they're coming, they are growing into young adults, and this is a difficult one for many parents, and we find it many parents find it so difficult. I am at that place, not yet really, but I'm almost at that place. And so letting go, we have to get to realize that there are young adults, and you have done all these things, and it is time to let them go. So as parents, I know it is the hardest thing to do, but a time comes when you have to accept that it is wrong to make a child depend on you forever, right? And you have to accept that there is time that you have to let go, and let them go and apply, put into practice what you have been teaching. Yeah, and because you equipped them, and you feel, and maybe you don't feel like you have done a good job, but we have to be at that place where we accept that it is now time, and they have to go. And as I always say, there is no perfect manual, and we can never say that this is the appropriate age, but again, you get to see, because they do not get to apply all this that you have taught them over the years. And so some depending with different children, I've said in several of my videos that children are not the same. There can be 10 of them, there can be 2 of them, they can be identical twins, and you realize that they're not the same. They don't grasp the same, they don't learn the same, they don't grow at the same level, and so you don't compare the other one with the other one. And so time to letting go would be different depending with how much one would leave your house at 18, another one would want to go at 25. But I think there has to be a limit, an age, an appropriate age, and a standard age for you as a household, as a manager of your household, and say at 25, that is the maximum that someone needs to be in my house. And so you have to let go, and you have to realize that it is wrong to let them depend on you forever. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can just leave your comment, share with us what you think, and see you in the next video. Thank you so much.